and welcome to Whatever Stitches. I am Heather, and with me today is a friend of mine, Rachel. She is the owner and maker of dolls. Her business is Starkey's Daughter.
That's right.
And I just wanted to kind of go over some of the stuff that she does with making dolls and kind of what she is up to. I've known Rachel for several years. We worked together at a sewing machine store. And so we have a lot of common with sewing and embroidery. And so what she does is, you can see some of the stuff that she has here in making dolls. And she's gonna do a slight demo too of how she makes these. These are wool felt.
That's
correct?
right.
Mm-hmm. And then she paints them, and then she makes the clothes. You do everything from top to bottom, don't you?
Except the shoes. I purchased the shoes.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, those are really cute. Something I wanted to go over too is one of the things that I really enjoyed with talking with Rachel over the years is, in addition to owning Starkey's Daughter, she has put together a book of her family history. It's right here. It's called Up from Carolina. Can you give a brief description of what this book's about?
Yes, my paternal grandmother was born in 1892. Her parents were born in the 1840s and early 1850s. She had 11 siblings, and she was the third from the last. When I was a little girl, she talked about her family so much that it resonated in my ears for years. I didn't do anything till my eldest brother passed away, and that's when it really hit me that we needed to know this, and it needed to be put down in a record form for the younger people and those going forth. I was able to get pictures of 8 of the siblings, plus a picture of my grandmother's mother, who was born in 1851, 100 years before me. And it's been a glorious experience. I've learned so much about my family. I've learned a bunch of people that I did not even know who are my relatives. There's a bunch of them. This is my great-grandmother, Nancy Rowell Manuel.
Oh, wow.
And I have pictures of 8 of her children in this book. Mm-hmm. It is in the library in my hometown of Wilmington, North Carolina. Okay. In the North Carolina room.
So let's talk about some of the dolls we see here. You've got 3 up here.
Yes.
So one of the things that I like that we've talked about over the years is kind of your inspiration. I've seen your Facebook posts, mm-hmm. and I love how you take historical photos of different people and emulate what they look like, and down to their dress. And you even make their dresses as close as possible to the photographs.
The last one I did was of Linda Brown, poster child for Brown versus Board of Education from 1960.
So this doll was inspired by this photograph.
Linda Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then this doll right now is, you said her name is Cerise?
Her name is Cerise. Cerise means cherry in French, because of the red hair and red dress.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we've got 2 over here.
This is little Antoine that emulates the urban look with his dreadlocks, gold tooth, jeans, and t-shirt.
Okay.
This is Manuela, little Bahian girl with her fruit basket on her head.
That must have been fun to make. Okay. So you made that yourself?
Everything but, and she doesn't have shoes on, so I let her be barefooted.
Oh, no, that makes sense to me. Okay. So what we're going to look at now is how Rachel actually makes the dolls.
As you can see, it's not real pretty, but this is made out of Super Sculpey that you can get at any craft store. The thing I try to do is make sure the eyes, the nose, and the mouth are in the right places. That way, when you start to mold the face, the first layer is t-shirt material dipped in a wallpaper paste. You have to grease the sculpture real good before putting the t-shirt material with the wallpaper paste on it. When it dries completely,
When you say grease, what do you use for grease?
Vaseline. All right. And then this is dry. So what I'm going to do next, and if you want me to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, is cover this face real good with Elmer's glue. Here's the Elmer's glue, and you use it liberally over this little guy. And I have a lot on my hands. That's okay, because I'm going to come back. As you can see, she's completely drenched in it. All right. This is the wool felt that's been wet so that it will. See how wonderful it's taken shape already? Get this under there. See how well it's taken the shape?
Yeah, I mean, even from here I can see.
All right. I'm going to put this around it to keep it on here just right.
And that's just a piece of string?
This is pipe cleaner.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come back and make sure all the little folds and creases are pulled clear of the area in front of the pipe cleaner. And now this is set to dry. I learned about press felt dolls by looking at doll publications. They were started by an artist named Elena Lynchie in the 20s. Her dolls now go for like $10,000. But I knew that there was a book saying how to make press felt dolls. It was out of print once I wanted to get one. So one day I looked it up on eBay, and here it was. It's as thin as a comic book, but I had to pay $150 for it. I didn't pay a bill that month just so I could get this book. And I had to pay a late fee the next month. But anyway, I have it now. Somebody bought it at a yard sale for 25 cents. But this book was so important to me, and it has paid for itself several times since I purchased it. That's been almost 15 years ago.
That book is what gave you all the information of how to make these?
How to set these and everything. I went to a lady in Pemberton, South Carolina, an artist. She taught me how to sculpt. And she taught me in 30 minutes. Her technique is that simple. So with my own sculptures and information how to set it out of this book, I've had a ball since then. My doll sizes are 12-inch, 16-inch, and 20-inch. I have patterns for each body size that I keep on hand. I take the body parts and put them on cardboard so I can just trace it on the fabric. Here's a body that I recently finished. In fact, I did last night. I had put this face on it, and I wasn't happy because of a couple of stains, so I'm making the face over. So before it dried, I just peeled it off. It is stuck on with E6000 glue, and it holds it forever. This is how I put it on, and the ears are glued in on the side. Okay. I have tons of hair, wigs and welted hair that I sew on the head to give the doll side the style I need. Here is a face that has completely dried and peeled off, and I trimmed the extra fabric from the side. Here's one that I started penciling in, and then I started painting, but I didn't finish it. And here's a ton of them that I have already trimmed, penciled, and then painted.
So they're just waiting for
A body.
A body.
And clothes and hair.
Mhm. So where do you come up with the clothing? You also have sewing patterns for those?
I have patterns for pieces. Each pattern isn't used in its entirety. I choose pieces from it. But I've always loved fashion, so I am my own ideas for what the doll wears. Here's one that I really love. Notice that the stockings pick up the colors in the dress. She thinks she's cute.
And what's her name?
Felicity.
Okay.
She's a 12-inch pressed felt doll. And here's Linda. She's pretty colorful in her outfit also. She has on a little blazer, get the lint off you, baby, and a plaid skirt, dress actually, and colorful stockings to pick up the colors in her outfit.
So what we've given you today is just a brief overview of how Rachel makes her dolls. I've always wondered, because we've talked about it throughout the years, and I've seen her finished product, and I've always been impressed. I'm a member of her on Facebook. I'm a friend of her on Facebook, and I love to see her inspiration because she'll post the pictures of how she came up with some of her ideas and just kind of what's out there and what she's working on lately. And her dolls are for sale if you're ever interested. She's Starkey's daughter. And how can people get a hold of you?
It is www.starkeysdaughterclothdolls.com. Right now I'm building up my collection. There's not as many on there as I'd like, but right now I'm building my collection, and it's really going to flourish in a little while. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're going to post some links below so you can reach out to her too. We'd be interested if you have any questions about how she does things. And, thank you very much for watching us today on Whatever Stitches. I'm Heather, and this is Rachel. Thank you.